Hello everyone, it's Kaji. Today we are going to learn some basic personal pronouns. You might have recognized Japanese has a decent number of personal pronouns. Have you ever been confused with them? Like, which one should I use, taking into account where you are and who you are talking to? In Japanese, although personal pronouns are omittable most of the time, it is still one of the critical elements to determine whether your Japanese is natural or not. In this video, we have a look at a few of the most common personal pronouns. 私、俺, and 僕. I suppose all of these words are introduced at the early stages of Japanese studies, but don't have in-depth explanations about them, so you sometimes feel uncertain how to use them properly, don't you? After watching this video, I guarantee you will have a better understanding of them. Are you all set? Let's get started. So we can start off with Watashi, that I believe was the first one you learned if you are studying Japanese with textbooks, I would say in a traditional way. So probably because of that, I found many Japanese learners, whatever genders, have a tendency to use Watashi all the time. But it doesn't mean they overuse Watashi. Actually, completely fine, because I could call Watashi the safest pronoun. For women, Watashi is definitely a good choice, as Japanese women can use it literally anytime and anywhere, even though there are some other personal pronouns making your Japanese more formal or less formal. For example, how about calling yourself by your own name to make your Japanese more colloquial and also affectionate? Is this a thing in your country? Here in Japan, I thought some of my female friends in university actually did that. Of course, in small talks. Yeah, it's kinda cute, I guess. I would personally love it. However, you wanna speak, proper Japanese until you reach a certain level, better off sticking to watashi because you can never go wrong with it. For men, of course you can use watashi, but you can't avoid giving a formal impression. I'm not trying to say it's bad. I just want to tell you the fact that many Japanese men in daily conversations prefer using a different personal pronoun, 俺. In contrast to watashi, 俺 sounds very colloquial and masculine as well. It sounds masculine. I think you might be aware of what I'm gonna say next. Yes, women should refrain from using
俺
otherwise I would be like, I don't mean to offend you, but your Japanese is weird-ish kind of atmosphere. Circle back to men. On the one hand, it's frowned upon to use 俺 when you are speaking to like your professor, your boss, and somebody who is in a higher position in the office. On the other hand, nice to use 俺 when you are talking to your friends or even your senior close to you. 俺 sounds very casual, and this is the way we speak when we are, free from situations where we get stiff shoulders. Last but not least, Boku. It is somewhere between watashi and ore in terms of the level of formality, and it is considered acceptable to use in both formal and informal situations. For men, using boku in daily conversations can make your Japanese less masculine. So, relatively, sounds softer compared to ore, while using boku in formal settings such as in the office may make your Japanese less professional. But unless you are in a very formal settings, such as business negotiations or when you are speaking to somebody of a much higher position in the office. Boku still can be used in office settings, or I could say semi-formal settings, where you are sort of required to use decent language, but not too much. For instance, my previous workplace was a school, and I engaged in daily discussions on the curriculum for some issues with the earhead and my colleagues. It is obviously a somewhat formal setting, isn't it? But the earhead wasn't someone who was overly concerned with formal language, and he didn't force me to use the most polite and formal words possible, but retained some casualness there, so I could go with Boku during work over there. When it comes to women using
Boku,
I suppose I could say they sound sort of boyish, but it's strange in the first place. So I wouldn't recommend it to women ever. People might think they kind of get a bit too much of influence from anime or video games when they see any woman using Boku.
I'll give you a quick summary of the contents in Japanese from now on. See if you can follow along with your listening skills. 今日は3つの一人称を勉強しました。私は安全な一人称です。女の人は私をいつでも使えます。男の人も私を使えます。でもフォーマルに聞こえます。多くの男の人はカジュアルなシチュエーションで俺を使います。女の人が俺を使うのは良くないです。男の人は僕も使います。フォーマルでもカジュアルなシチュエーションでも使えます。僕はソフトに聞こえます。女の人が僕を使うのは良くないです。Let's begin the quiz. There are 5 questions in total. First, have a read of the question in Japanese and give it your best shot. You'll have 20 seconds for each question. After that, an English version will be presented on the same screen for 10 seconds.
Alright, let's summarize the contents very quickly. For men, it is required to differentiate personal pronouns in public and in private. And I only suggest watashi as a suitable option for women in this video. But you would prefer a more casual version of watashi, wouldn't you? And next time I will make a video to introduce more options for ladies. Okay? If you like this video and you find it very helpful for your Japanese studies, please subscribe me so that you will never miss out my future videos. Alright, cheers guys! Have a fantastic day and enjoy your Japanese journey. Bye bye!